Hey everybody, it's Chanchai. I hope you've been doing really well. I think my voice is sounding pretty good. Let's check. Yeah, that's sounding good. Let me know if it's sounding good for you. We're gonna get started. I'm sorry for the late start. I really hate leaving everybody hanging. But it's just been a crazy recovery period. I have been recovering from being sick for the last few days, but we have a lot of stories to tell, but we definitely got some dojo sessions to be going. So let's get the ball rolling. I'm gonna go remind everybody that stream is now live. This has just been it's been a crazy time, and we had amazing news drop today. We had really amazing news drop today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the room here, and then I'm gonna check to make sure everything else is working. I'm sorry that it's a late start. It's 5 minutes, but you know, 5 minutes is a deal. So let's see here. Okay. All right, we're doing the usual league room and one battle, of course. We're doing about 16 players because we usually hit that. I don't know if we'll hit tonight. We'll see. Code is always 4565, and we're gonna let everyone know it's streaming. There's commentating. No surprises. All right, my status is gonna be spectator. I'll put myself as a player first, and then we will set up. But here, the room is live. All right, so please feel free to join. I miss you all. It's been a bit. It's even a crazy start to this because I just recovered from being sick all weekend, and so I just hope you guys have been having an awesome Thanksgiving time, and also having a good December so far. Overall, on balance, it's pretty good for me. Didn't get the job that I really was dying to get and been gunning for, but at the same time, still working hard at that grind and working hard on other grinds. But it's just that for family's sake, I'll have to apply to like a lot of places. But I am gonna still try to apply over there. The travels were amazing. So Taiwan, super amazing. Thailand, super amazing. Those are two different places. Thank you so much, Guibert. It's really good to be back. Can you guys hear the audio okay? I'm gonna double check the audio. I think, I've got it not set there. One sec, let me make sure it's going to the right place. Okay, boom. Now, can you hear Virtua Fighter's audio? Let's see. If you can hear Virtua Fighter's audio, please let me know. I don't think I hear it here. Oh, of course I didn't sit there. Okay, I can hear it now. Should be good. Alright, let's see here. But, yeah, everything has been well. You don't hear it either. Okay. Hey, awesome. I'm glad to hear that Hernan's saying hi. Hernan is, it's always good to hear from you, Hernan. King Death Cradle, so good to see you. I'm doing okay. I'm recovering from sickness. Had an amazing trip. After the trip, I had some good news and some sad news. But that's not gonna stop me. Even though I was deflated a bit for maybe like half a day. But I was also, I've already been determined, and I'm gonna keep being determined. But that said, I have to apply to like a lot of places instead of just the few that I had been. But the one that I had been, I'll still apply for. I'm still working on that. But still trying to fight. But there's a lot to do. And it's just, life is a busy life. It's good. Busy is good. So anyways, I am doing well though otherwise, and the trip is really amazing. Later on, I'll have to show you guys, like, the coolest thing about being number 2 at B Pro Cup in Taiwan was the medals were really amazing. The trophy is awesome. The trophy is really awesome. It's a really good trophy, and so congratulations to Broly for winning that trophy. But the medals are so sick, and they're made of glass and metal. and so I got the silver medal, and it was awesome. Jimmy PKG really loves his bronze medal. It is really, if you see it in person, it looks so cool. It's just such a cool medal. I'll bring it up on stream later. But yeah, that was awesome. The community in Taiwan is, of course, just as wonderful as I expected, and right now we're working on building up the community in Thailand and in Southeast Asia. I'm trying to connect them together. My efforts slowed down when I got sick, but I'll be back on that, and I've been communicating with players in like Philippines and Thailand, and I'll try to get them all networked so that there's sort of a way for them to connect. I think Revo World Stage is an awesome, amazing game, best fighting game in my opinion that's out, you know. But that said, there's a lot of things that could be better on it. I really, you know, of course we're dealing with some network aspects when we're not in the like super highly dense charged area, but those things, a lot of those things can be adjusted. The main one for me, though, is it's really unfortunate that crossplay is opted in. I know that that's not a popular opinion. I think people would like crossplay to be opt-in. I think crossplay has to be opt-out. It has to be one of those things where by default it's on because it's your filter, it's your funnel. It's where players are coming in, and then you adjust from there. And I think it's really important to do that. Because in some regions, people, on top of some of the challenges with them now using easy anti-cheat and them using other protocols and getting used to the crossplay environment, you know, they're figuring it out, you know, for the future and for now. But that creates some challenges where there are people. I run into a lot of people in Asia that or Southeast Asia that are like, especially Southeast Asia, where they're like, I want to find people to play. And it's clear that there's people that want to play and are available to play, actually. And it's just that the matchmaking and even the room finding gets kind of hard, especially because with that crossplay being off by default, you don't see a lot of rooms. You won't see it unless you know that they're there. So if they're already connected, yeah, they're all doing rooms. Taiwan, they're all doing rooms. People in Thailand, they're doing rooms when they find people in real life to play with, but they can't find theirs by default, and I think part of it's because of that crossplay being off by default. So yeah. Hey Jimmy, I did not win V Pro Cup. I won the winners. I got into the grand finals right away on the winner's side, but I lost to Proly. But I won a silver medal. And I'm happy because that silver medal looks so good. It looks maybe arguably better than the trophy, but the trophy is gorgeous. I don't know who designed the trophy. I did hear that Gamer B's wife is the one who designed the medals. I'll bring it up soon. I'll bring it up really soon. It looks so good. Right now I'm going to switch to spectator, by the way. Alright. Jalapeno Overdrive, so good to see you. Dr. Hugbox, again, thanks for being the very first person in the room and support. It's just good to see everybody. It's good to be back. I mean, it was so good to be over there, but it's good to be back. I'm glad I can speak. Yesterday, I couldn't speak much. I was like, yeah, I was coughing. You're going to hear me cough. I apologize. I'm recovering from being really sick this past weekend. My daughter and I got really, really sick. I'm glad that my son and my wife were not sick. So, yeah. Hey, Oppo, so good to see you too. And Cruz, always amazing to see you. Since you're here, Cruz, I really want to give a shout out. I want to thank Brooklyn Arcade for an amazing memory when I went there in 2023 to New York. I wish I could have been there many, many more times. From my understanding, they're going to be closing, but the place that they've put in was really the community, the way they supported it, the way they carried the community culture. Brooklyn Arcade is a really special place, and so I want you all to give some heart outs to Brooklyn Arcade. check out their social media. And if they meant anything to you, even just watching the picture, looking at the pictures or hearing about them, let them know, because I'm sad if it's true that they're gone or that they're going. But I want them to know that they'll be remembered, because, same with Haya, right? iFix Machine, is a legacy as well. And so I think Brooklyn Arcade is really special. When I went there, I can tell how special it was. And it was like a second home to a lot of the gamers there, in a good way. And they kept their people in check. They kept their community in check in a good way. And they celebrated birthdays, and they provided all of the best gaming you wanted. They love their gaming. They love their community, and their community loves them. And I think even people that haven't been there love them. So share the love with them. Wish them a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and at the same time, keep them in your memories. So that said, there was great news today. I don't know if you all saw it. It's been confirmed. I was expecting this, actually. Normally, you guys would know I'm the skeptical one. Usually, I'm the one who's like, don't expect anything. I was definitely expecting Virtua Fighter to be back at EVO, and it is back at EVO. I have a strong belief. I've had this strong belief since before I went to Taiwan, that just from the moves, just because of the timeline, and also from some of the events this year, actually all of them, that Sega will do another season of VFOC. They haven't said that, but I believe they're going to be doing another season of Virtua Fighter Open Championship. So I'm expecting that. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I'm very confident in that right now. But it also, because it makes some promotional sense. That said, VF is definitely a game that has to be targeting beyond just the traditional fighting game audience. Otherwise, it'll be just, it'll be a niche audience. It's aiming for more than that. But that makes it all the more special that Sega has been investing, has really been trying to invest and justify that investment in the community and in the ideas and the hearts of the legacy Virtua Fighter project. That's a big deal, right? That Aoki Seiji has been given that title, is leading that, or at least been the figurehead of that. But the legacy VF project is that's for us. That's not the board is oh, that's nice, but that's for us. So this is something I said at LA Gathering. We have to be the ones in charge of making that investment worth something special. We can't give all the money, but we can guide newer generations. We can make people see what we see. We can we can try to live up to that, and also we can help encourage new people to really love this game the way that we love it and have loved it. So, did I see the NVIDIA CEO? Yeah, Jensen Huang, by the way, went to the same college I went to. Maybe 10 years before me, but yeah, Jensen Huang went. I didn't read the interview yet. I will, but I am glad that he mentioned it in a mainstream interview that the job with Sega with Virtua Fighter was important for NVIDIA's history, and of course NVIDIA is the highest value company right now. So yeah, and so if they could keep the 5 million, Sega let them have the 5 million, and they survive and thrive. Yeah, so I'm so glad that he's helping with the new Virtua Fighter, and I'm glad that you do need to use clout. You have to use it. It's not my skill to use clout. It's not a lot of our community to use clout. So that's also why I'm really grateful that Sega's investing in our community the way that it is, because it's kind of trying not to forget what some of the essence of its coolness is. that Sega is. You know, Sega is kind of you know, can be sort of an iconic classic brand sometimes. You know, it isn't merely just service games. It's much more than that. And at least since the 90s, it's been cool. But the essence of that coolness has been coming from a lot of different angles. You know, so, and Virtua Fighter is one of those things where it's like the more quiet, cool property, which is like a lot of us. A lot of us in our community is not the loud, cool. We're more of a quiet, cool, quiet, confident type. But I'm glad that they're making it more loud, because we do want the game to also to really get attention. Hey, Kasano, thank you. Hey, and Kasano, I want to give a shout out. I saw you supporting me a lot on watching the streams, watching the tournaments that I went to. So Kasano, thank you so much. It means a lot. I do double check because I am kind of curious if anybody has anything to say, like if they're critiquing or they're concerned about a match, or if they have a question, it's something that I'll answer later kind of thing. And so I did see you posting in those streams and stuff, and I know how late at night or early in the morning you had to watch those, so thank you so much. Thanks for your support. It means a lot. And so when I do go revisit the tournaments, it's really puts a smile on my face. Thank you so much, Kisano. Yeah, well, you know, the hard part with stocks and investments is sometimes you have to sell it at the time, not because, you know, like it's true that if you held it for, you know, 30 years, you could potentially redeem it for a lot, but sometimes but with the way that investments go, you got to buy it and sell it at the right times, and that doesn't mean the beginning and end points. It means the points in between. But it's true. If Sega had held on to all that stock, it could be worth way more. Could also be in trouble at times. Nvidia right now is like this really high position, and a hard one, except a position that can go up and down a little, but it did go up and down a lot throughout that history. Nvidia has gone, like, Nvidia I think has always been a very solid company, but its stock has definitely gone up and down like a lot. So, you know, and it's definitely had to weather a lot of storms, but you know, this year of course has been like its year, so that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, no, it's such a big deal. Yes, the passcode is still 4565. I'll try to find the thing where I post, let's see where it's at. Alright, I think it's this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let me see how this is looking and sounding. Alright, good. Audio sounds good. Hey, Lightwing, good to see you. Yeah. That said, I did want to update the stream theme. I wanted to update a lot of things. I couldn't. I wanted to post so much more on social media than I did, to be honest. And yet, by the middle of Tiger Uppercut, I didn't post almost anything since then. And that's unfortunate. I had to deal, like, one of the lessons I learned overseas is that if you're on if you're on an international plan that's just not working for your needs, then go and just buy a cheap SIM card right away, and I didn't. And by the time I made the decision I was going to buy a SIM card, I was in an area where I couldn't find one, and yet the rest of Bangkok you could find one. It was really interesting. But that said, it was an issue in Taiwan, and then I was holding out hope that Bangkok would be different, because you're working with the international partners of your data plan. And well, the problem was the international partners either were not working with me, or because of their contract with my provider, they were throttling my usage. And so the throttling made it so like I just couldn't do much at all. I couldn't post photos much, almost ever, and it would just take forever to do anything. And it was a real crawl for most activities. There were times when I couldn't even use Google Maps. It was really nuts. So yeah. So Sometimes it's a sunk cost fallacy. You're like, I know I invested this much already into this international plan. I know I paid for it, but my needs right now say I just need to, you know, bite the bullet and get a SIM card with a carrier that's fast here. And I didn't do that, and I should have. That's the sunk cost fallacy. It's you're doubling down on your original investment because you want to redeem that old investment, and it's like, no, go make the new investment now. Take care of your needs right now. Go for the value play now. And I didn't do that, or I didn't do it in time. And when I did do it, I had no capacity to be able to go get the SIM cards that I could have gotten anywhere else. So that's what it is. Fishbeard, you can't join the room. Okay. Interesting. I have heard this issue before. Is anybody else having trouble joining the room? Because I really want Fishbeard. Are you even here? Let me see. Because I really want Fishbeard here. Last Christmas, I'm so glad you're here. The Eurobeat mix, hell yeah. I think that's Devil Ray, so I'm going to assume that is. But Fishbeard can't join the room? I'm really sad if you can't join this room. Should I remake the room? Is everybody cool if I remake the room? After this battle, I will remake the room. Okay, eventually it usually works. So this is the issue I've been hearing from some people in North America, having trouble joining rooms. I had no trouble joining rooms in Southeast Asia, but I only played one night. I had to run into other issues, and that was stuff like the network in the house that I was in and all that. But yeah. Kusano can't? Okay, I will remake the room. After Incident in Search Mode Gaming, I will remake the room. Please rejoin it. Please rejoin once I remake the room, okay? And that's only because I really want to... Let's see if that helps. Let's see if that works. So we're about to remake the room right now. Okay. Alright, room has been remade. So where was I staying? I was staying with family. The thing is in the... thank you so much for the raid. Hectic Fall, thank you. It's good to see you. I hope you've been doing really good, Hectic Fall. So in Thailand, the second part of my trip, I was staying at my wife's family's house, and it's a great house, and it has great internet, but it has a lot of people, and it's probably using an older form of Wi-Fi. Like, it might be using like Wi-Fi 5 or maybe early 6. In a house where, you know, in the modern age, a lot of family members are using devices. And so a lot of people are using devices. So there's a lot of devices tagging a Wi-Fi network right away in a household. iPads, iPhones, computers, sometimes TVs, PlayStation. I was using a PS5. And so I think the way that it was handling was doing some interesting quality of service features were probably causing certain things to have a slow start, and then they would have played, oh, this is looking much better, right? Okay, so do we have Fishbeard? Oh, Fishbeard, you still can't come in? Fishbeard still can't come in? No, come on, let's see if you can make it in here, Fishbeard. I'm glad everyone else made it in so quick, but I hope Fishbeard... I'm glad Kasano can make it in. Yeah. Yeah. So Super Lay and I can play. The cool thing is that if you get something like the new, I think, Wi-Fi 7 protocol or Ethernet, like the new net, if you get like the new routers, they're better at handling all that while still handling the normal traffic. I'm on like 6E, but like 7 is like really good. From my understanding anyways, I'm no expert. But if you get like the more modern routers that are designed for it, they can handle a full like double household and then some, and still get prioritized the right networks and get everything going well. So but yeah, I've been doing really, really well. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get that medal. I kind of want to show it to you guys. Be one sec.
Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
Try again in a few years.
Alright, you guys good? You guys can still hear me okay? Let me switch to spectator because I want to do that because I want to talk while you guys play and then I'll play. And we'll get to all the good VS stuff and advice. But right now I want to talk. So Jalapeno Overdrive, you're completely unable to enter the room. No. Did I change settings? Oh. Are you guys well, you guys can see it. You guys know. Do you guys have crossplay on? That's a big factor. If you have crossplay off, you probably can't join the room. You might have to temporarily turn it on, then turn it off. Kusano, how do you like the auto DIY V5? I'm happy to hear that you did do the mod. Let me know how you like it, or your experience. I know it's different, and some people, amazing right away. Some people, it's different and it scares them, but it is an amazing. I do think it's like the best VF stick in general, even though I use a custom built stick. So, let's see here. I use a golden lever, so, but it's golden lever is a moddable system. Okay, so lighting has changed. You guys can probably see how much of a mess I'm looking like right now. I literally have been flying with no time. It's just take care of this, take care of that, take care of this, and then get well soon. So, we're gonna do this in backwards order a little. This is the badge from Tiger Uppercut, and there's actually a cool feature that I want all tournaments to do if possible. Okay, do you guys want to guess what the feature is? The feature on this badge that I would love all events to do on their badges is to be double-sided with your name. Okay, like this is cool. All right, I hate having to flip this over when I'm at events just to show which credential I have. Okay, it's just nice that they do this for you. It's a simple feature, but I wish all event badges were double-sided like this. Cool, right? On top of that, do you want to know the number one request I got in Taiwan and Thailand was? Well, the number one was, where did you get that? And the number two was, can I get one? Which was, if you guys went to EVO this year, you guys have probably seen the lanyard. And I didn't go to EVO, but Sega brought some of what they had left. Sega of America brought what they had left to LA Gathering. And so I was able to get one from LA Gathering. But you know, people that went to EVO, I think Combo Breaker were able to get these. And everybody from Japan wanted these so bad because they never got these. And everyone in Taiwan wanted this. You know, everyone's just like, oh, where did you get that? Like, where can I get it? Do they sell it here? You know. So Sega, please make more of these. 2026, we need a lot more of these, or a new version. And like, these are awesome. Everybody wants it. So, okay. Oh my gosh. So Two Scoops says, yeah, it's like you only get a fixed amount of time to complete the room handshake or something. Nah, I hope they can patch that soon. So, man, I'm sorry, Fishbeard. I'm so sad. I'm happy to have you here in the chat, though. Fishbeard, shoutouts to you. Fishbeard's been an amazing community member and just reminded me that I need to, like, put the title on. I need to turn on the title. Let's turn on the title. Let's turn that on. I'm sorry we're gonna block the view of this because I haven't done this yet, but we got to do it. Okay, title setting. Is it here? Is it here? What? Oh, was it right there? Too late. No, it's at the very bottom, isn't it? LA Gathering. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Is that beautiful? Is that beautiful? Made by Rushdown Turtle. You know, through communications with Sega, tried to make sure it would meet the spec, it would work, and they said, yeah, you can use it, like, as long as it met the spec, and it met the spec. I'm not saying you can customize it. I'm saying if you do an event and you're talking to Sega and you get that meeting, then you can, you know, for your event, maybe you can customize it, but you got to take initiative and build it first. You can't ask them to do it and then do it and then wait, and then they have to wait for you. No, it's got to be ready already. He had it ready already. So yeah, Rushdown Turtle designed that one. So now we get to show off that, and I'm gonna get on my PlayStation account. I get the B Pro Cup one, so I'm happy. So Rushdown Turtle, shout outs to you. Fishbeard, thank you for sharing that on social media to make sure everybody knew that was available. There were only 2 people from LA Gathering that did not get the title yet, and I'm working on. Well, I've already submitted the information to the people that I need to send it to Sega to make sure that it gets done, and hopefully those 2 will get it soon. So yeah, that said, what was the thing I was going to show? All right, so here it is. We got a rainbow ribbon. This is the silver medal from B Pro Cup, and you can see this is glass and metal, and you can see there's a white 2 on the medal. And you can see right there, right, B Pro Cup logo, and then Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. This medal was designed by Gamer B's wife, is what I heard, and it is glass and it's metal, yeah. So we took it out of its case. You can see this is what it looks like, and then if I put it on the red, I think it looks cool on the red. Of course, you guys can see my screen too, but you know, how's that? So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And Paroli and I Paroli was really nice. We're about a similar age. They're strong, very strong player from Japan, and was the favorite to win B Pro Cup, and they did win it. I actually thought Jimmy PKG had a good chance to win the whole thing. He got 3rd. He did lose to Paroli twice, but Jimmy played awesome. Really great VF. So of course Paroli did too. And then I was also really flattered because in Paroli, we were able to join the Taiwanese. We were all able to join the Taiwanese to go out to dinner after the tournament, and we had a great dinner. We ate Hong Kong style dim sum, and it was amazing at the place we went to. But Paroli was really kind and really complimented my VF like before the grand finals. Just told me, he was just like, you are really strong. And I was like, thank you so much. You know, I was like, you are really strong. Like, be nice to me, you know. But even though I was the one who knocked him into the losers bracket, but that said, yeah, we got along very well, and we actually ran into each other quite a bit on the way to our hotels. But in Thailand, because Paroli did go to Tiger Uppercut as well, Paroli gave me a very nice welcome in Thailand when we saw each other, and Paroli gave me a gift. They bought me a Tokyo banana. It's one of those. It's a traditional gift in a way. It's a snack, right? But it is a popular thing to give to someone in good regard. And so I was really honored by that gift. So Broly, thank you very much for that gift. Also, Kudo-kun was so nice to me when he saw me, and he told me that Broly told him all about me. And so we just we had such a good time. I was probably over enthusiastic. I probably scared Kudo-kun a bit. Kudo-kun has also as big of a happy personality that I do. And we're going to start the league soon. But after this game, I'll just go ahead and start a league, and we'll just have fun playing. But Kudo-kun was telling me that Broly was telling him all about me, and also Kudo-kun was grateful that I was sharing Kudo-kun's Twitter account and wrote a nice write-up about him. So Niche Game Corner says, reached my first level of competency today with the new character, learning Kage. Awesome. Kage is a tough one, but he is so awesome. I have so much respect for Kage players, and I like Kage a lot. He's a lot of fun. Bring more for Frosty Frostings. Yes. Incident mentioned Frosty Frosting, so I gotta say this. It is my understanding from so many people. So I can say this out loud because I've heard it from a lot of people, from what they heard. You know, this whole thing we're on right now, the Virtua Fighter Open Championship, the whole series, all these events that Sega committed to, and they committed to going. They send their producers to these events. That doesn't always happen. And they donate to prize pools for certain events, right? A big thanks we can give is to Frosty Frostings. Now, I want to give big thanks to Evo first right now, because Evo, I think, had been courting Sega, had been talking to Sega. That's just my impression. I don't know. But my impression is that Evo and Sega had been talking, and it almost sounded like the Evo team was the one really encouraging Sega during, like, this must have been 2021, 2022, during Ultimate Showdown. Really encouraging Sega to really try to put themselves out there and to support stuff like this, you know. And we know that Sega was very shy, but 2023 they did Evo Japan, and I believe that took a lot of communication work for that to be kind of a commitment and something that had to be justified upstairs at Sega, for the marketing team to say, hey, we should actually do this. And these are not like super profitable things to do, to be honest. I mean, they are, but it depends on how you want to measure that profit, right? If we're measuring straight dollars, no, it's more of a long-term it's an investment in a long-term goal. But Frosty Frostings was, of course, the first event that would kick off the Revo promotion for Sega, if we're not counting the video game awards, right? And it was the first community kind of event because it's a fighting game tournament event. And the North America VF community really showed up at Frosty Frostings. I wasn't there, but so much of the community, so much of you guys were there and showed up. And so much of you enthusiastically told Sega of America and people like Carlos and their community team and their marketing team and maybe some of their producers, you guys told them what Virtua Fighter meant to you. You guys told them how grateful you are that they're supporting like that. And of course, that tournament had the highest showing that we've had. Like before that, you know, in outside of something like a Beat Tribe or outside of Japan, you know? And so I believe, from what I've heard, that thing made it a lot easier for Sega to fully commit to the current plan that they have, the way that they're supporting our community and the way that they're supporting competitive Virtua Fighter. A lot of people believe that supporting endeavors like that is like cash profitable and it's a no-brainer. It's not a no-brainer and it's not cash profitable usually. It usually has something else, that's another kind of return that is being measured. And so our community has to keep stepping up like we are doing and keep making sure. So Frosty Faustings is what I keep hearing was like a pivotal moment for the course of this year, but now we in the course of next year. So this means I've been making it very clear that well, what's been clear also is that use their official VF Discord for a discourse. Sorry I didn't hit the start button, by the way. I'm gonna jump in on this too. We're having tonight is a very fun session. But yeah, I do want to talk about, if you guys have questions, I would really Taiwan, or including Thailand. Taiwan was a 3-day trip. Literally arrive on Friday morning and literally leave on Sunday night. And yet it was very full and fulfilling, and it was an adventure. The first day I went there, I arrived the day of B-Pro for over 2 days, leading into the B-Pro Cup tournament.